Hi guys, thank you for stopping by. You are highly welcome to my channel, and to my new subscribers, thank you for joining the family. You are highly welcome. Today we'll be making a 3 ingredient liquid soap. Although this particular soap has been posted on my channel before, but this is like an updated version of it. So in here I have my texapon. Remember guys, I told you earlier that I got this size of texapon for 250, but due to the inflation in Nigeria, I got that size for 500 naira. You can imagine. All right, so this is SLS. I'll be using SLS for this method as well. You already know that both SLS and Texapon are actually doing the same work. In some cases, you don't have to use the two ingredients together because both SLS and Texapon are both foaming agents. So I'll be using a salt. The salt here is a thickener and also acts as a preservative, and I'll be using additional preservative just because I want the soap to I want to give it a longer life shelf. I'm using formalin and perfume. You can use any fragrance of your choice. So this is my color. I'm using green color for this method. The basic three ingredients for this transparent liquid soap is texapon, XLS, and salt. Texapon, XLS, and salt. The salt you can get it in your kitchen, while the texapon and SLS you can get it in a chemical shop. So I'll go ahead and transfer 2 liters of water inside my mixing bowl. I'll leave some that I can use to dissolve my ingredients. That's like the color, okay, which I'll be adding it little by little. So I'll transfer the SLS, which looks like rice, inside the mixing bowl, directly inside the water, and stir it continuously until it completely dissolved. If you want your production to be faster, you can soak the SLS few minutes before your production time, so by the time you start it has already dissolved. That's if you don't want to waste time, you want to really be very fast with your production, right? But I'm just doing everything step by step so I can show you guys, okay? So you continuously stir the SLS until it dissolves. All right, you can see that our SLS is completely dissolved and there's no form of SLS inside the water again. So we'll move on to the next ingredient, which is our texapon. I'll be mixing the texapon directly inside our mixing bowl. I don't have to, my previous video, I have to use a separate bowl to dissolve it before transferring it inside the mixing bowl. But one of my subscribers told me that mixing water in texapon will make it to form lumps. I adapt to the correction, and honestly there was no lumps in this my production. I transferred it directly inside our mixing bowl and stir everything properly to incorporate together before moving to the next one. Okay, someone said that this soap can be used for dishwash or laundry because there is no stain remover in it. Well, this is a multi-purpose, sorry, this is a transparent liquid soap. So when you're making a transparent liquid soap, you don't need to add all that chemicals. This transparent liquid soap is made with basically 3 ingredients, okay? But if you want to add stain remover, you can go ahead and add it, which is soda ash, okay? Soda ash is a stain remover, so you can add it to your transparent liquid soap. But trust me, I've been using this soap to do both laundry and washing of dish, cleaning of house, and it's okay. But the thing is, I don't have to use it to wash maybe like clothes that has so much stain on it, because the stain, maybe if like oil you pour on a shirt, and I don't have to use it to wash it because there's no stain remover that will be able to remove that oil on the shirts. But aside from that, you can as well use it to wash your lawn, to do laundry and do dishwashing and house cleaning. So I transferred our thickener inside the mixing bowl, which is salt. I don't have to add all the salt, I just use half of the salt. I'll be adding it bit by bit, then you stir it to see the texture, you see how thick it is. But due to the bubbles are much, you won't be able to see it very well. So that's why I have to keep the soap for a few hours to settle so you can see it very well. You can see the transparency of the soap because that's why it's called transparent soap, right? Okay, so I'm adding more water to mix because I noticed that it's becoming more thicker. So I'm adding water. You can be adding water as you are doing your production. You will see my soap here is very thick. I don't want it to be too much watery. You can't compare this one with the one you buy in the markets because they add so much water, obviously to make their own profit, but this is personal house use, right? So I have to make it to my satisfaction. So if this my pattern is too thick for you, you can add more water. It's totally up to you. All right, you can see how thick the soap is. Soap here acts as a preservative and a thickener. Okay, so I have to keep the soap now for a few hours so that the bubbles can settle. You can see the soap. All right, can you see the transparency of this soap? You can see it, right? This is why it is called transparent liquid soap, right? So most people, if you don't want to add color, you can as well use it like this. You just go ahead and add your perfume. If you want to add additional preservative, you add. Okay, most people can as well use it like this because some colors are not so okay. When you use it for white, it might stain your shirt. So I transferred my fragrance here, which is banana fragrance, my perfume. Please note that this perfume is totally different from the one you spray on your body. Okay, so I'll be adding our color. I'll take a little bit of it and dissolve it inside water. Remember I said the salt is a preservative, but I will be adding additional preservative because I want the soap to stay longer. Without adding additional preservative, the three ingredients can as well stay for 8 months, but because I still have more soap at home, that's why I'm adding additional preservative, which is formalin. All right, so I just dissolve the color inside water, so I'll be adding it bit by bit because I don't want the color to be too much, right? So I'll be adding it little by little till you're satisfied with the texture or color that you want. All right, you add it and stir, mix it very well. If you don't want to dissolve it inside water, you can as well add it directly inside your mixing bowl, but sometimes it might form small lumps which might result to stain. Okay, so or you can dissolve everything inside the ragolis, then you'll be taking it directly from the ragolis once you're doing your production. So I add more water to rinse our cup and transfer it back to the production. Guys, you can see how thick this soap is, right? Can you see that? So I'll add a little preservative. I'm using formalin for this particular one. There are different types of preservative, all right? Once you ask the chemical people, they will tell you. So I'm using preservative. Like I said earlier, the salt serves as preservative, but I'm adding additional because I won't be using this soap anytime soon. All right, because I still have more soap at home, so that's why I'm adding additional preservative. So you can as well leave it. It will definitely stay up to 8 months without it getting spoiled. Okay, you see how thick our soap is, right? You see how thick it is. You can add more water if it's too thick for you, but I'm okay like this. I like it this way. You can add more water. If you add, I know I used total of 2 liters for this particular production, but if you add more water, you can as well come out to 3 to 4 liters, right? It just depends on how you want your soap to be. It's totally up to you to design it the way you want it. Okay, all right, so this is our soap is ready, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.